I guess I should review this movie before I forget all about it. Spiral is a sequel to Ring, which came out at the exact same time and followed a man named Ando. He lost his kid because he drowned. He does an autopsy on Ryuji from the first movie, finds a note in his throat that has a code in it that spells out present, and he also meets Mai and bangs her. Nice. He also gives her an STD. He gives her the Sadako virus, which I guess can be given through sex. So yeah. Sadako's in this, so that's nice, except in her first scene, she's completely naked and molesting Ando, and in every other scene, she's either human Sadako or literally just a clone of Mai Takano. It's... everything about this movie was weird and I didn't like it. Well, it wasn't the worst movie, but out of the movies I've seen so far, it's the worst Ring movie. When it comes to characters, I liked seeing Mai and Ryuji again. I wasn't a fan of how they killed off Riko and Yoichi, and as for the main guy Ando, he was okay, I guess. He wasn't awful, but he wasn't great. Heck, I enjoyed Ryuji a lot more in this, and he has way less screen time. When it comes to Sadako, she was a joke, but they worked really closely with Koji Suzuki on this, and he's the author of the books, so I feel like this is a very accurate depiction, but I didn't like it. I'm all for defending an artist's right to want their art to be how they want it. For example, with the Chucky movies, when it's like, oh, Don Mancini's ruining it, it's like, shut up, it's his character. With this, it's like, I'm not gonna shit on you and say you're ruining it, or you did this and you did that, but in my opinion, I just didn't like it. It was just so jarring. It was so different from the first movie, and not in a good way. I'm all for change, but this one, it was just, anything and everything was different, and it was so weird. And after shit like the iconic TV scene in the first movie and seeing her kick Ryuji's ass, I don't know, I didn't like the sexualized, molestery Sadako. I really don't have much to say about this, but at one point when I was watching it, I got so bored that I just stopped. I walked away for a few hours. So yeah, clearly it failed at keeping me engaged. I can see why this is the forgotten sequel. It was pretty boring and downright laughable at times. However, a good chunk of it, right up until Sadako's introduced, isn't the most painful. It's still really different, but it's not the worst. But then, when Naked Sadako popped up, that just kinda ruined it. Well, it made it worse. That one instance didn't just like automatically just ruin the entire movie. I'd rate this movie a 5 out of 10. It's not the worst movie ever. It's not great, but it's okay. So it gets a meh rating, and even then I kind of feel like 5 is too high. But like the first 40 to 50 minutes were actually not bad, so I can't punish the entire movie. I'll put it like this, don't go into this movie if you're like, oh wow, I really love the first movie, I know I'm gonna love this, or I'm gonna really enjoy this. They're nothing alike. Nothing. If you just like change Sadako's name, I think there's enough different about it that you might be able to see similarities, but you wouldn't go, this is just the Ring. Personally, this one just wasn't for me. But there you have it. That's been my thoughts on Rasen or Spiral. If you've seen this movie, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.
Looking for more horror fun?
You're goddamn right.
Then check out the VHS comic book series, a parody of the horror genre that follows the lives of 3 teens as they fight to survive a horror movie, where every day is loaded with blood, boobs, and buds. The first 2 issues can be found in the description below.
I was obsessed with